Hello everybody, Retromancer back with another episode of My Take on Things. In this episode, we'll be doing my take on both the PS4 Pro and Xbox One Scorpio. And if you do like, please leave one and subscribe. But yeah, to get into it, we're going to be going over the cons of the PS4 Pro and Xbox One Scorpio, in my opinion. You might think different, and if you do, please leave your comments down below. But if you don't, then still leave your comments down below. But yeah, let's get into it. And the reason I'm doing cons first is because, in my opinion, there's not that many pros. But, first con on the list. It's a short list, but there's only three. First thing on the list is, the reason that you'll have to spend more to see the difference, to see a huge difference. And by that I mean, okay, say you go out today or whenever you do and you buy a PS4 Pro or you pre-order an Xbox One Scorpio. And the day comes and, you get the PS4 Pro, bring it home, and the Xbox One Scorpio comes out and you bring it home or it gets to your house. Oh man, I can't wait. And then you plug it into your HD TV. And you're just a normal lad. And, you don't know that you need to upgrade your TV to a 4K TV or monitor to a 4K monitor to actually see the difference. That's the reason, or the first reason I don't like the buying or the thought of buying one of those new consoles, because you're gonna have to spend way more money than is needed. And depending on how much the Xbox One Scorpio is, you're probably gonna have to spend over $1,000, because I've heard rumors that it's gonna be $700. So if you combine that with the cost of a $400, $500 and up dollar 4K TV, that's a lot of money being spent, and I'm not a fan of spending that much money just to see the difference. Second reason to not buy one, my opinion again, is it's basically the same thing until we hit that landmark where we can get each and every game running at 4K 60 frames on the console. But right now, in my opinion, if you go out and buy a PS4 Pro, you have to really not care about graphics or anything, in my opinion, or you don't have a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 4 Slim or whatever PlayStation 4 you have right now. The only reason you should get a PS4 Pro is if you don't have one, or I guess you don't really care about the graphics and you just want to have the best thing in, the best thing in the company's opinion for gaming. And believe me, I want that to be me, but I'm not going to get one until I absolutely have to. And there has been rumors that, maybe a couple years into these releases of the upgraded consoles or refreshes, not an upgrade, I think. Would it be an upgrade? I'm just going to stick with the refresh, but it's a refresh of a console. The only reason I would buy one is if I absolutely have to. And there have been rumors of a couple years in, they'll make gamers buy them due to the fact that, we can't fit this mode on the old gen not old gen, the old vanilla PS4 and the new PS4 Pro. So that's the only reason I would buy one, is if I'm missing out on a huge amount of the game, or just even one part of the game, in fact. And same with the Xbox's side. That's the only reason I would buy an Xbox One Scorpio, is if I absolutely had to. Now, would I buy a 4K TV along with that? No, because I don't really care about graphics. Like, I'm the type of gamer that doesn't give a shit about the graphics. What really grabs me and, like, connects me with the game is the story, gameplay, and either feeling of the open world or wherever the game is set. So I guess atmosphere in a way. But yeah, that'd be the only reason for me to buy a console. And, the second con is that it's basically the same thing for right now. Don't know how it'll look 2 years from now, but right now looks the same. And the third and final con, or reason not to buy one, is, uh, wow, I forgot it. The third and final reason would be, would not to be, or to not buy one would be, uh, it's just a huge waste of money, in my opinion, depending on when they release the next generation of consoles. So, just take this for example. The PS4 Pro comes out, the Xbox One Scorpio comes out, finally, and then not this year's E3, but the year after, they start talking about the PlayStation 5. It's like, oh, it'll be out in a year, or 2 years, or whatever. Now, if you have the money to spend and you don't really care and you have shitloads of money, fine, go ahead. But for the financially wise, not calling those people stupid, they kind of are, my opinion, but for the financially wise and actually the people who know how to actually save money, why would you go out and spend $450 plus or 500 and up dollars, depending on how much the Scorpio is, because I've heard rumors of 500, 700 plus dollars even for the price of this Scorpio once it comes out, to just be like notified like the year after, but like, oh, the PlayStation 5 comes out or the Xbox 2 is coming out. In my opinion, I'd feel really dumb. Like, oh, well, it's okay, I can just trade it into GameStop and get like $10. Yeah, not a big fan of GameStop and their trade system, but like, come on. I wouldn't feel happy at all with that thing happening. And yeah, so those are all the reasons not to. Now we're going to be going into the reasons to. And it's only one, which is kind of sad because each vanilla console or the base PS4, Xbox One has this feature now where you can just add an external hard drive. And it can be however much space you want. But the only reason to buy an Xbox One Scorpio or PS4 Pro would be for more hard drive space. Now note, the only reason to buy one of those consoles is if you don't have one yet. If you already have an Xbox One or Xbox One S or a PS4, in my opinion, it wouldn't be a wise decision to go out and buy a PS4 Pro. Because, one, you can add external hard drive space to either side, either PS4 or Xbox One. And two, you don't have to buy a PS4 Pro or Xbox One Scorpio now. Now, if the point comes to where, like, oh, you have to buy it to play each and every game to get each and every game mode, and they stop producing games for the base consoles, then okay, that's a good reason to buy. But not a good reason to buy now. So, those are my reasons to not and to buy the refreshes of the consoles mid-generation. If you guys do agree with me, please leave your comments down below. Or, if you don't, or leave your comments down below still. And yeah, that's going to be it for another episode of my take on things. And if you guys did enjoy and want to see more, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. Also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. And if you want to see the rest of the series, please click the link down below with your interest on the screen at the end of the video. As always, have a nice day. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Nowadays the words feel like chalk on the blacktop. Cause when it rains, they gone.